So I think now would be a good time to mention I'm not a psychopath. Yeah. How's it going, everybody? My name is Jonathan Norman, and welcome to the Norman Zone. I'm going to be going through some fan-made saw traps that I've made, starting with my least favorite to my favorite, and just kind of going through where my mind was when I was drawing them. A lot of these are really old, but I just figured I'd show what I have because I have some ideas for new drawings, and I feel like my skills have improved a bit over the years, so I'm really excited to get these ones kind of out of the way in their own kind of pile and start something fresh. So with that being said, let's get into it. So I'm starting with this one mostly because I just never finished it. But I always did like the idea of a kind of tug of war with a shotgun in the middle, and whichever way the wire connected to the people's neck is being pulled, the shotgun will go the opposite way, and once that person is placed into a certain spot where it's kind of a point of no return, the shotgun just goes off. It's kind of a mix between the carousel and the Coliseum trap. You can kind of obviously see that. Now, I assure you, these do get colored. They get a lot better as they go on. These are very scrappy here. This one here, you can see I was playing around with maybe like a teeter-totter kind of a thing where I imagined both people would be on each side of this. I kind of imagined that, I don't know what I was doing. I guess it was supposed to be in a junkyard or something. But the idea here was whoever's lower, I guess, just gets their face fucked up. I don't know. But it was fun to imagine and come up with for probably 30 seconds that I drew it. So this next one, I can actually remember exactly what inspired me to draw this one, and it was the moment we see the strong man in American Horror Story Freak Show. As soon as I saw that, just something sparked in me, and I think I just wanted to draw a new trap, and I was like, you know what, the strong man, I could see something there, and just maybe, I don't know. I know that was the inspiration. Obviously, I just kind of went with my own thing after that, but the idea here is just the device basically pulls up and rips the guy's head off. I think I thought of like CO2 containers up top. I don't know, but I feel like this one it was a little too colorful. It was fun. I also just wanted to play around with blood spatter and stuff, and that was always fun. This next one, again, kind of a teeter-totter-ish thing, but I thought maybe if two people were connected and the saw is in the middle, you could kind of say this is a lot like the public trap in 3D. Only, basically, I was kind of thinking there would be different levels of ground, I guess, maybe. I don't know. A lot of these, it's just fun to think of to pass some time. Obviously, blonde guy does not make it. Makes for a cool effect though. Again, I think a lot of this I was just I was looking up techniques, and that spatter effect just always really appealed to me, and I just love the way it looks, adding the black with the red. Again, I'm not a psychopath. I don't know why I dressed him up like Shaggy though, but yeah, it works. The inking is so fucking bad on this though. I'm hoping this is older, and I don't know why his nose is bleeding. I guess decided to put a little bit more. Never enough blood. So there you go. So this one, the only reason I'm even putting this one on here is because God, it's so fucking bad. This is horrible. So I had this idea where I guess you would push onto the hot coils from like on top of an oven or a stove. And that would release whoever is in this chamber where glass would start pouring out, or there would be two people. I'm not entirely sure. The only reason I actually have this one on here is because this next one, is kind of just, the fucked up, brutal image of what's going on. So I thought maybe, mix those two. It's just kind of the idea. It's almost like a fucked up Princess Jasmine situation at the end of Aladdin. Well, it's fucked up. That's where my mind goes. But yeah, I just figured, shredded glass, falling in somewhere. I just thought that would be such a horrible way to go. And when I'm drawing these, it's so cinematic in my head. So a still picture never does it justice. But again, it's always fun to just think of new designs and see what comes out of it. And I remember posting this once and somebody asking, well, how does she die? I think she dies with 1,000 little bits of glass cutting through her. So this one's fairly simple, kind of a tug-of-war thing. Obviously, I actually didn't really notice this until I started putting these together, but I like the versus games. Something, people going against each other. I just feel like that's more fun, it's more exciting. And I think with this one, the idea was originally there was a door in between, like just a door frame in between two people in this exact situation, and there were gonna be like machetes over there. So imagine like Gideon's, or not Gideon, Cecil's trap. Imagine like Cecil's headpiece, but instead of kitchen knives, it's machetes, and instead of being just that small, it literally goes through an entire door, and one has to pull the other through or something. I don't know. And the back piece, I think I just whipped something up, and you can kind of see, it kind of looks like Art Blank's piece, kind of neck piece, but just kind of flipped or something. In a way, I guess. I don't know. You can call it the Scorpion. This one I actually really like. I mean, I don't really like it. I would like to redo it, angle it, or something. Just, there's so much more I could do with this. But again, in my head, I try to show as much motion as possible. This one I just thought was fucked up. I've never seen an axe be in a trap. I don't think I've even seen anybody try to design something with just a simple axe, and I just thought, man, that'd be so fucked up to just have that. I'd like to see a few more elements included in future saw traps. So I always try to think outside the box when I'm fucking around. Here's the one from the thumbnail, and this is what oh, it's fun. This one,
you have a kind of sick desperation in your laugh.
One was actually extremely fun to draw. I really it's so fucked up. I not a psycho. But so I had the idea of what if, again, like I said, I like the tug-of-war kind of thing. I like people having to kind of fight against each other. And I'm such a pacifist. It's honestly ridiculous how much I like these movies and how much I don't like real violence. But yeah, artistically, this one was a lot of fun to do just because of the detail. I've never really gone this detailed when it comes to the gore and shit, so it was a lot of fun to do. I took a lot of time on it, way too much time than I should have. But the idea here was that you have a push lawnmower, and it would just stand completely erect in between them, and whoever pulls harder, it will wind up. Like, I just imagined it spinning in between, so we connected a push mower to a motor, and just the idea of seeing that spinning in between two people just looked so fucking scary in my head. I had to get it out and see what it looked like, and there it is. Couldn't be happier. Oh man. Okay, what do we got next? So although I think a lot of people will not necessarily like these ones more, and I don't necessarily like these ones more, these next two, but I like them in the sense that it's kind of a comic book cover idea that I had. Here's the black and white picture, and then the colored version. And I've had this idea, a story in my head that I've kind of developed over the years of my own game, and kind of in a time period in the movies, kind of a little gap that I would play in, and it's right after John gets cancer and kind of what he's doing. And this was just kind of me really trying to bring that to life and kind of show myself what I'm trying to make and kind of come up with my own design for John. I gave him a little more of a beard. I actually had a plan to be a little fuller, but I thought maybe him in the woods would be kind of creepy and in a secluded area where I could actually see him relaxing, and yet like in a cabin or something where he would just go and build and design and find himself. I guess. But yeah, so I just kind of designed this little thing, this picture, and I like the way it came out. I could have put a little more time into it, but I enjoy it. It's fun. So before I show this next one, which is the second to last, I want to kind of explain the last picture first. So I actually set up a poll on an app that was kind of filled with Saw fans, and I had people pick a cartoon, a specific movie, a trap in that movie, and then I kind of connected, and then a character cartoon. I kind of connected all the answers together to create a character in a trap, and to just give me an idea so I wouldn't have to think as hard, and it would be fun. So the reason I'm explaining this is because I kind of had an idea of what people were gonna pick, and I started thinking of how I was gonna draw it, and then people went in a completely different direction. So I have that drawing that people chose for the last one because I really like the way that one came out. But then after I drew that, I was like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna draw the one I wanted to anyways, and that would be Morty from Rick and Morty in the Venus flytrap. And I just this one I think I actually painted, maybe, I can't remember. But yeah, this was fun. I know it's on a little canvas, but yeah, I just love the Morty face. Just works so perfectly. And yeah, it was a lot of fun doing this one. It always makes me smile looking at it, which, not a psychopath. Okay, last one. I think you guys will get a kick out of this one. Homer Simpson in the Needle Pit. This is the one that people chose: The Simpsons, Homer Simpson, Saw 2, the Needle Pit. So that was kind of the 4 polls that I had set up, and that this was the result of it. And I actually really like the way it came out. It's pretty big. It's about a poster size. It's in my my studio, and it's I don't know. It came out way better than I was expecting, and it was so much fun to draw, and I would like to do something like this again. I think, putting cartoon characters in saw traps, it's just, there's something about it that just it's so entertaining, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun to do. So that's it, and these are my drawings, my saw trap drawings. I have ideas for more. My abilities have gotten so much better over the years, and a lot of these just don't do it justice. I just haven't had the time to draw or really sit down and flesh out ideas fully, but lately I've had a little more time, and I've come up with some ideas that I really like, and I've taken notes. So I'm going to be coming up with coming out with more videos on drawings, but I want to actually do show me drawing the videos. So what the fuck did I just say? Show me drawing the video? Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe too late to be recording. You get what I'm saying. I want to make videos showing me drawing the traps. And if you guys have ideas, if you enjoy this content, you have ideas for saw traps, maybe something you've really wanted to see, throw it in the comment section. I am down to bust something out, and I will totally give you, the credit you deserve for coming up with the idea, at least partial idea, even if I just use a little piece. I don't care. They're just drawings. It's just fun, pass the time. And, I do draw other things. This isn't like the only fucking thing I draw. I can draw butterflies and shit, but, wouldn't want to draw saw traps. If you could, you would. If you could, you would, and you know it. So, like I said, if you like this, if you liked any of these, if you hated any of them, whatever your feelings are, comment below and share. Hit a button that makes you feel happy. This is awesome if you have taken the time to actually look at my artwork. If you're a Saw fan, there's just not a lot of Saw content out there for fans, so I hope this is just a little taste and just kind of gives you a little fix. So, I hope you guys are having a great day, and as always, thank you.